Okay, hey, like and subscribe if you want to see more. But so we're trying Pioneer again. We're going back. We're going back to the same 60 card main deck that got us a trophy in Pioneer. Like I've just tried so many different cards. I've tried Ember Heart Challenger. I've tried Slickshot Show Off. I've tried Abbot of the Kiro Keep. Abbot in theory seemed great because it was a card, it was a threat and it drew you a card. But at the end of the day, I'm kind of just thinking Firebrain Scheme is the best. Like, really, just kind of, oftentimes we just win or lose based on just how quickly we can dig to Cori-Steel Cutter, or sometimes how quick we can find our last burn spell or something. And this just, I feel a little bit hesitant to go so all in because, like, High Noon really, like, it's ironic because there isn't a build of this deck that is more kind of hosed by High Noon, but at the same time, this also helps us find our blast zones, which in turn can help answer High Noon. So there's that. Um, yeah, and I'm seeing so many freaking Archon of Amirias. Let's play Scorching Dragonfire. I want to be able to deal with Enduring Innocence, cards like that. But I just hate losing to Archon of Emeria. It's unlike High Noon. It's a lot easier to deal with for us. We just need more 3 damage spells. There is a Eidolon of Rhetoric out there, and so I was thinking maybe I should play Obliterating Bolt, which is the same mana cost, just sorcery instead, and basically same thing. It's just 4 damage instead of 3, but it's sorcery speed. But I just feel like we want instants because there's also that Okiba deck, so like having more instant speed answers to that is good. Plus, I just don't ever see anybody really playing that anymore. Anyway, let's get to the games. Okay, let's go. Yeah. Okay. You will keep. We're going to do this because if we can spike alright, we'll just do this then. I was going to say we could spike a turn 2 Cori-Steel Cutter. That'd be pretty awesome. We're 1 closer to Cori-Steel Cutter. Okay, that's fine. If they thought sees us again, we're marching. That's Firebrained. We'll do that. We'll do that next turn. Because I know this deck, they play so much removal that just playing out this and that isn't going to do anything. Oh, they whiffed. Yeah. Void. Okay. Alright, well finally let's try to play around. I don't even know. Yeah, that's just how critical Cori-Steel Cutter is in this matchup. We just literally dig for it at all costs. Grim Bobble. Let's do this. Oh, that's good. They could, of course, play another one if they want. Yep, they played another one. Okay. Let's do this. Oh, we definitely want Cori-Steel, but I think... Let's actually do this, because we want this tucked away so that if they cause us a discard, we still have it next turn. Okay. Grim Bobble. I think I will do this then. Bottom. This one first, of course. Let's actually do this. Okay. Alright. Hopefully they can't answer the Cutter next game. But, like, they play so much creature removal that it's insane. Take this out for this. I almost wonder if we should play this just for even more digging. I'll tell you one thing, Soul-Scar Mage is not where it's at. Abrade. I don't think we're playing Lantern. We're not digging that deep. Okay, we'll keep. Okay, I think we'll do this. The issue is we don't, if we hit 2 lands, we don't want to okay, Crimson Relic. Let's do this, discarding that. Let's see what we get here. Oof, that's equally a little awkward. Wait till next turn. Let's get rid of this. Shell Pierce. Well, you know what? I'd save that if I were them for the Cori-Steel Cutters. Oh! No! That's like the worst. It's the worst I could have imagined. Oh man, because I only get so many of those. 4 of them to be exact. I couldn't pass that up though. Let's actually get rid of Plasma Bolt, because we might need to save this. Well, saving isn't really in the cards, so that's fine. Alright, fine. Bye-bye. Burst Lightning. Bye-bye. Okay, let's go. Let's not lose 3 life. I got a feeling life is going to turn out to be important this time. Okay. Oh, good bobble. Let's do this. Let's do this. Ooh. Not ideal, but it's fine. Okay. Alright, well, we have a 60 card deck, they have an 80 card deck. Hopefully we draw Cori-Steel and they don't draw an all. Yeah, I mean, we tore through like 2/3 of our deck. To be fair, we did see a Cori-Steel. It's just so lethal when you accidentally put one of those to the bottom. It's just, I revealed 2 of those. What are you going to do? Keep. Let's see here. Play around Bauble with play with fire. We'll probably scry it in a turn. Okay. Bottom. We could go synthesizer into synthesizer. Well, there's the Cori-Steel we want so bad. Nice. Just like this. Okay. Yeah, I mean, still not bad though. In fact, I still think it's lethal. Nice. Alright. Feel like we rectified a wrong situation. Game 2. Alright, gotta love them. What the? It's the same opponent again. Okay. Pioneer seems to be a pretty shallow pool. Okay. Yeah, I gotta play the Cori now for hold my peace. Okay, well, it's their little mana screwed, which is good for us. Okay, let's do this. Maybe we want a Fear of Isolation. Yeah, let's actually do that. No, because then they can just return it to their hand. Yeah, whatever. I was thinking I could shatter that, but I don't know, we'll see. Nowhere to run. It's fine. Do this. Definitely love it. I think I gotta keep Firebraining. Okay. Let's do this first. Oh yeah. Yeah. Alrighty. Good stuff, good stuff. Definitely this comes out for Blast Zone. And maybe Burst Lightning. Yeah, maybe Burst Lightning comes out for, because it's just important that I hit my land drops. So bam. I don't think that's how I sided last time, but I think this makes sense. Keep. Okay, let's do this. Okay. Let's go. Okay. Yeah, I'm worried about Spell Pierce. So yes, I will do this. They might have an ult, but there's nothing I can do. Okay, fine. Do this. Pitching that. play Blast Zone. Try to keep going on the offensive. They can return a null to their hand. Ugh. Or maybe not. I'll take a Blast Zone. Plasma Bolt? Yeah, why not? First things first. Do I just play Cori? I mean, yeah, I guess so. It's better sequencing. If they counter, they counter. Okay, fine. Okay. Well, that's a little late. It's just harder to actually get rid of that thing. Play that next turn. Let's do this here. Alrighty. Oh, I guess we gotta block one of these. Well, at least we saw where our Cori-Steel was. Alright, let's just run it back. Playing an 80 card deck. Yeah, it's actually they play so much removal that we literally need Cori-Steel Cutter, or it's kind of slim pickings. I like our chances though. Okay, definitely like our chances here. Because thankfully black and blue don't have any easy answers to Cori-Steel. Maybe that's a good thing, because it's just very bad for us if they do. I probably should have played Plasma Bolt, because I can save this with the other one. Alright, that's fine. No, don't thought seize me, bro. Still gained a lot of card advantage at least. Let's see here. I'm just doing this for damage. Because bringing them down to 2 is good, I think. Hopefully they don't play a Meat Hook Massacre. I've seen people do that before. Nice. Not the same opponent yet again. Let's go. We love Cori. Ouch. What did they get back to their hand? Godless Shrine, okay. Hopefully they don't have another one. Oh, okay. For Lord of the Bismuzak. Oh no. Well, they don't have another card in their graveyard at least. Let's do this. Bam. Bam. Yeah, I love that. Okay, Chariot. Let's see here. Yeah, let's do this just because we can. Let's keep the gravy train going. Okay. So do we go face or do we? Because they're just gonna. Because what they're gonna do is they want to. They kind of want to block with this so that they can then bring it back. Yeah, it just can't be correct to. Because they can still block with it anyway, even if I go face. I shouldn't have made a. I shouldn't have put that on here. I should have kept this on this one. I'm actually going to attack with all. If they block with this, that's arguably better for us. Yeah. I'm surprised they didn't trade with this token. Okay, that's back. Make another. Let's see though. We still might be able to overwhelm. Come on, let's go. Oh yeah, I like it actually. Yeah, I don't want any complaining about this being busted because look at what they're doing. They're not exactly playing fair either. Okay. Well, this is where Abrade and Scorching Dragonfire help out. And this. And arguably Blast Zone, but we'll see about that. Obviously, that last game we were able to race very specific circumstances, but but I think in general, being able to keep them off of that thing is a little better. Okay. Definitely play with fire is a bit. Yeah. Plasma Bolt can be good, but maybe just as a one-of. Burst Lightning. I want Blast Zone. I think we have to bring in Blast Zone just in case. You know, it could color screw us, but the upside is we don't auto lose to High Noon. Okay, alright, hand seems reasonable. A little clunky, no Cori-Steel Cutter, but ultimately can't complain. Yeah, we'll do this. Cash grab. Witherbloom. Well, since they're going to be like that, I think I will. Alrighty. We're gonna get Esker's Chariot. And maybe let's just crash extra damage, I guess. Words cannot describe how dumb this was. It's not worth one. This is not worth one damage. I'm probably gonna Fatal Push it anyway. Yeah, that's so dumb. That was not worth one damage, but anyway, we'll see. Maybe we still win anyway. Alright. I think we gotta play around Pest Control. Excuse me. Yeah, we'll do this. Good thing we didn't overextend too much. Okay. Learn from our mistake last time. I know it seems like we're playing into pest control, but there's kind of no playing around with regard to that, and we do want to keep our hand free and clear. Okay. Yeah, maybe let's wait. We want to keep this up. We should have just did that for 2. All right, fine. Enter a loss seems pretty good. We'll lose that, but so be it. The problem is they just cycle that other one and then bam. Somehow they just didn't draw any more lands. Well, oh, actually, yeah, okay. It makes me wonder now, but I just didn't draw any Cori-Steel Cutters. Let's just run it back. I think we've got a decent shot. Maybe we were a little too trigger happy with that Scorching Dragonfire. I just hate to lose to that thingy. Let's go. Okay. Okay. Let's just do this. Let's wait on these. I'm gonna make a cast grab or something. You gotta do this so we get use out of it. Oh, we'll Lantern to the Lost next turn. Alright, let's do this before we lose it. We'll keep Firebraining. I guess we'll play this, but that probably has to be next turn. Alright, well since they're doing it like this, I don't want to play right into pest control though. Just because they can't combo me next turn doesn't mean the coast is clear. Okay, Eska's Chariot. Maybe we actually need to just crack this. Cori-Steel, I like it. Let's just get to work with this. But maybe we can Firebrain? No. No, I know what needs to be done. I think it pains me to do this because I got the Cori right here. Do I just play right into pest control? Yeah, I do. I do this time because at least they're going to hit their own tokens. Okay, well, nothing to return. No, 4 cards. Okay. Cori time. Firebrain time. I think there's value in holding this back as a blocker. I could trade, but I don't see the point. Escrow, okay. Maybe I just have to do this again. I hate this. Alright, we got Scorching Dragonfire. And that's got to count for something, right? I'm not going to move it over. Yeah, I'll take that. Oh, crap. Felt so close, like I could taste it. But if they've got, you know what? I think I just tank 4. Could deal 6. Technically 8, so they'll have to block. Which does work to my advantage, I do think. Come on, don't draw Cuba. Green, black, white. Okay, that's why I kept this up. Guess Abrade, yeah. I think they should have activated that anyway. Swiftspear. The swiftest of spears. It's 4, right? Oh man, what a slog. But we actually did it. See, actually carefully playing around pest control, like that's the thing. As long as they don't get blown up by pest control, I think we could do it. Okay, let's go. Bam. Alright. Not bad. Not bad if I do say so myself. I just had a crazy idea. What if we played Mono Red Phoenix? There's no Faithless looting in Pioneer, though. Yeah, I just like these cards better, I think. Yeah, Phoenix actually suffers from all the same exact problems. Yeah, never mind. Alrighty. Let's go. Salia, Galata, okay. Oh man, Cori. I want Cori, I want Cori, I want Cori. Hopefully we hit a land drop. Okay, we do. I'll make Cori next turn. So next turn we're either pitching whatever's in whatever we draw, or we're just marching for one if we draw land. Oh. Alright, I guess we are... Yeah. I think that might be lethal. Very nice. Very, 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 very nice. I think instant speed is better, but sometimes that's why I wish I had Obliterating Bolt. But being able to hit Okuba just seems good. Also, if they play High Noon, having more instants. Speaking of High Noon, they're almost certainly they have access to it. Now, whether they want to play it or not, I don't know. I don't think they play that many actual artifacts. Do they play Archon of Emeria? If they show me Archon of Emeria, we'll go from there, but this... We'll just bring in the Blast Zones. Well, we've got a turn 1 creature. We've got multiple sources of card draw. They've got Llanowar Elf. We have to Plasma Bolt. Hopefully they don't... if they turn out to have Archon, that's going to suck. Let's do this. No. No, and they're hitting their land drops like it's nothing. Oh, that's even worse. I have no, like... I have no 1 mana removal spell that can... I mean... Man, I guess maybe I do need Obliterating Bolt. People are gonna... I literally had this in mind, but I'm like, I've never actually seen anybody play Eidolon or Rhetoric. Everybody plays Archon of Emeria. So for this reason alone, we need Scorching. We need this one. Do we even play Cori-Steel if they're going to do that? mean, yeah, it still buffs my stuff. I just gonna run it back. Oh man, Pioneer. Eidolon or Rhetoric. So weird to see that instead of Archon. Everybody plays Archon. Scorching Dragonfire is probably just better overall, but anyways, they're gonna play. Gotta put that back. Okay. Okay. I'll leave that one. Dang it. Looks like Blast Zone helps. I like March, but I like hitting my land drops even more. I probably should have Firebrained. What was I thinking? Okay. Okay, well, what we need to do, we need to... I like it. We need to do that. Oh, yeah, okay, come on. We just need him to not have an Eidolon or Rhetoric type effect. I know this is greedy, but... come on. Okay, that I can deal with. Eidolon or Rhetoric is a different story, but that I can deal with. I would have thought about taking if I were them, but I don't know. No Rhetoric, no Rhetoric, no Rhetoric, no High Noon, no Rhetoric, no Collected Company, no Rhetoric. At least we get some tokens. No Rhetoric. I don't believe in Rhetoric. Damn it. Maybe I put this up to 3 at least. I don't know. Let's see here. So we put that back here. Literally no point in attacking. Fully I can untap. Not another. Oh, what the? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, we had a plan. Top 7 cards, maybe they whiff. Whenever you say that, whenever you say maybe they whiff, they do the opposite. Yeah, really, base white decks can be challenging because of all these rule of law type effects. Well, okay, you know, maybe this is because we do have Blast Zone to deal with those. Oh no, never mind. Okay. Okay, let's see. Do we have a good block? I don't think so. I don't think so. We'll just take. Come on, Blast Zone, do what I know you can do. I've always believed in you. Oh no, that's the only problem here. I could put this on 2. We're gonna attack. I mean, they're threatening me pretty badly. Can't block any of it really. Do this. This just seems the most mana efficient. That's got to be synth. I guess. Please mana flood. Please mana flood. Okay. Why doesn't this illusion have flying? It looks like it should. No, not again. Okay. Okay. Should I put this on 3 or should I just, let's do this. I think we gotta try to win this race. Whiff. Please for 1 turn whiff. Oh, they whiffed. I think we do this. Yeah, because this just has a bigger potential to go nuts. Plus now we can do 3. Let's see here. So what if we do this? Hit them. 12. Could also hit this. Well, let's game this out. Down to 12. Attack for 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. So obviously they blocked into the Bugbear. So then 5 goes through plus 1. I mean 10 goes through. Down to 10 goes through. Okay, what we gotta do is we gotta do this one. This will force a block, I think. Because this will go 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Yeah. Why would they block? Oh, I see. But it's -1, so hopefully they don't have like. But they don't draw that card that buffs Elspeth. Please don't draw Elspeth. Oh my goodness, we did it! We did it! I can't believe it. Somehow that. So this definitely did not feel like a favorable matchup. Oh my goodness. All right, last match. And unfortunately, well, actually, we do have. You know what? Since we're on the play, and this can't get Thoughtseize on the play. Maybe we will. This could be dangerous, but we're Firebrain Scheme once again. Once again, kind of looking better than whatever it is called. Okay. Let's go Soul-Scar. This Shatterskull will also, for anyone wondering, it'll definitely do a less damage over the course of the game than a Ramanap. Well, since I really want to hit this next land drop, let's just dig 2 cards deep instead of 1. Okay, thank you. Might as well. I would use this next turn first, except for the fact that this pumps, you know, yeah, this pumps it, and activating this doesn't. We already got our pump. Okay, let's get our pumps in. Hopefully we don't reveal Cori-Steel. Okay, interesting. Well, in that case, let's just do this. Okay, we did reveal Cori-Steel. I want that land, but considering how important Cori-Steel is, they might have actually. No, I think we would have got a land, but anyway, we might have. Yeah. Citadel. Hopefully we draw another land. We did not. See if they spell pierce this. Seems like some kind of mono blue deck. Kind of don't know what to expect. Okay, interesting, interesting, interesting. Eventually we will draw this second land. Unfortunately, we had to put a land to the bottom there. That was unfortunate. Well, next turn we can prioritize making tokens over. There's no subtlety in Pioneer, but it could have something. Wuxi Tongue? Oh, that. Okay. This might be Mono Blue Spirits. Let's do this. Yeah, I guess so. I don't want to get blown out again. Plus, these could be good blockers. There's the Librarian. It only drew 1 card. Well, another land. Yeah, this can definitely lead to problems. Obviously, if I had known I was going to draw another Cori-Steel, I would have gotten the land. Well, maybe not. I guess if it's more so if I would have known that I just wasn't going to draw another land. Flying. I don't see us beating this. We have to have a much faster start here. At least I don't seem to have any actual answers to Cori-Steel, so I think our problem here is we need kind of like Play with Fire because that can scry, but doesn't seem to actually hit anything. But Burst Lightning seems like it's not going to hit most of what they play anyway, so maybe we'll just bring in Burst Lightning so we don't get mana screwed again. I think Abrade's going to hit more stuff. Oh, actually, this is where Scorching Dragonfire is good because this can hit what's it called? Instead of Abrade, we'll play this. Curiosity. Curiosity killed the cat, as they say. I think Plasma Bolt's a little too good to pass up. Yeah. In this deck, Plasma Bolt is basically Lightning Bolt at sorcery speed. Well, not okay. That's a little bit of an exaggeration. It's the closest thing we're going to get for a while in Pioneer, I assume. Well, this hand seems much better in that at least it starts off with 2 mana. Ironically, it would have been better last match if we would have just insta-mulliganed, not realizing that we actually had a land. Perfectly fine by me. Well, I mean, if this isn't a good start, I don't know what is. Okay. Yeah, better to bounce a token because I just get more spells to pump out if they hit the Cori-Steel. I mean, they could counter this, but seems like the thing to do. Yeah, I guess we'll exile this. At this point, I think we can win through. A whatever it's called anyway. Wuxi Tong. We'll probably just play Shatterskull as just a blank spell. Which is a well, maybe not actually. Play this. But I guess we will play it as a blank spell. Okay. Let's go. Finding an early Cori-Steel. Well, we've got creatures, we've got lands. I'm not going to be greedy. Yes, they can play. They can play whatever that screaming card is called. Can't scream. Are they mana screwed? That's going to be good for us. We're gonna pitch this. Spell Pierce. Yeah, getting a little floody, but it should be okay. At least that blasted 2 lands out of the way. Okay. Wow, this actually sucks. We're legitimately flooding out without even any good play. Not like these. Not like these. Probably put this to 2 at least. More so for future things, not so much for that. Obviously they can just crack that in response. We have another Soul-Scar at least. Interesting. I wish I would have kept this for the creatures, but what are you going to do? Doesn't seem like they play any actual 1-drops. Like, this is just wow. But I guess they're wow, too. We're both wow. To be fair, we did go up to 24 lands. That could have been a huge mistake. We would have just had dinky burn spells, but we'll see. So I could Plasma Bolt. I'll just wait, though. Well, little do they know, I can... Ah! They don't have to pay mana for this. What the fuck? The fuck's wrong with me? Wow, we just threw the trophy, guys. We just threw the trophy. Oh, I'm not kidding. One idiotic play. Maybe it doesn't make a difference. Flooding out is way worse. Let's just do this shit. We should think very carefully. Well, I guess first let's do this. And let's do this. And let's do this. I don't know. I can't believe I misplayed that so bad last game. That last one though, but this mana screw though is in reality probably much more likely to do us in. Just drawing nothing but land, no cantrips, no nothing. Could certainly happen. Are they gonna Wushi Tong us? There's Wushi Tong. See, I can go 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see what we draw next turn first. I could. We know they've probably got Curiosity, but let's just attack anyway. If they just block, we'll Scorching Dragonfire. Best of all worlds. We would have had lethal if we would have played this, but actually, yeah. What were we thinking? We should have another misplay. We should have played this, then attacked, because that way that also would have taken away them just chump blocking as a reasonable strategy. Well, we still wow, 2 massive misplays, and we still trophied. Not gonna lie, I took a break between matches. I mean, like several days, so it's possible. You know, it's weird. It's like there's like because you could get fatigued, and excuse the French. Anyway, I mean, you know, earlier it's just wow. I thought we were going to throw the trophy for the stupidest reason. If we lost fair and square, it'd be one thing, but yeah, mental fatigue can be a thing if you play too much. You got to take breaks. On the other hand, you're probably not at 100% the very first game, so you're probably like at 100% your second game or so. Maybe you should play like 2 games, take a break. Because by the third game, you're probably at the same as your first game because you're fatigued a little bit. Maybe it's best to play like one warm up like tournament practice room match. Just just to get your, I don't know. No, but more realistically, there's no actual reason we need a warm up. We're just too in our head sometimes. But we got the trophy though, so. Oh man, that was I just really thought I threw that. That was so scary. They kept getting mana screwed, and mana flood generally beats mana screw, and that was pretty much game 3. It was mana flood versus mana screw, and I take it back. Actually, mana screw usually wins if they actually start hitting lands at some point, and they did. It's just I guess their mana screw was just a little more absurd than our mana flood. I don't know. Our mana flood was pretty absurd too, but realistically, if they had drawn out of their mana screw just 1 turn earlier, I think it would have been pretty bad for us. And there's probably it just sucks that match really just came down to luck of the draw. There's literally that misplay probably just was nothing compared to whether or not they hit their next draw and whether or not we actually drew like Synthesizer or Research Desk or heck even another March. Anyway, all right, hey. This was quite an interesting league there. Double Blink Okiba. That Okiba match was definitely the most interesting one. They flooded towards the end, and we'll take it. Oh, same thing. Actually, that Green White Company one was a nail biter too, and also they were the ones I think who was flooded more that I'm just remembering. But yeah, in summary, I think this proves the thesis statement, and this might come out first. You're probably going to see this video before the Slickshot show off. Slickshot show off is good, but just if you think especially about that blue black blink deck, I don't think there's any way we win that with show off. They have so much removal. The only way is if they're overly reliant on Grim Bauble or something, and they don't have Fatal Push. They don't have nowhere to hide. If they don't have their instant speed removal, I suppose it could get them. But yeah, it's just at the end of the day, these Firebrain schemes, they just dig so deep. They help us find Cori-Steel Cutter more consistently. Yes, our deck really hates to see High Noon, but we did beat those Eidolon of Rhetorics. It did help that they got multiple of them, and they got another 3-drop, and Blast Zone on 3 just was quite the reset button against Green White Company. So, at the end of the day, we got lucky there. This deck absolutely can get folded by High Noon, and Eidolon of Rhetoric is honestly like almost, it might even be worse because it also is a great blocker against our stuff. Although they're probably never blocking if they're smart, because if they block, we can kill it with like Play with Fire, prowess plus the 2 damage. Yeah. Sorry, excuse me. Oh, seasonal allergies. But I still stand by Scorching Dragonfire though. We literally never see, like, ever, Eidolon of Rhetoric, because I think Archon of Emeria is just so much better overall. Although obviously, there's way fewer 4 damage spells than there are 3 damage spells. But I think Eidolon of Rhetoric, having flying, having 2 power, being more aggressive. It's also the main thing is I think Eidolon of Rhetoric is definitely a sideboard card, whereas Archon of Emeria being more aggro and also delaying the non-basic lands is definitely more of a main deck card. It does more stuff, and it's more aggressive. And I just think we're more likely to see High Noon. But they are into something, the Green White Company deck. My guess is maybe they did have Archon of Emeria and they just didn't see it, and they're playing Eidolon of Rhetoric in the sideboard instead of High Noon. And there's something to be said about that because they can't get High Noon off of Collected Company. On the other hand, High Noon is a 2-drop. Archon and Eidolon are 3-drops. So there is something to be said about that. Plus, not that this comes up that often, but we definitely in a way we actually prefer Eidolon though to High Noon, solely because if they play High Noon and we already have a Cori-Steel Cutter out, we have to blow our own Cori-Steel up together with the High Noon. It almost makes me wonder sometimes if we should play some kind of like land or something that there is a land that returns an artifact. Return target artifact. There's a land, archaeological something, I think. There is a land that returns there is a land that returns artifacts to your hand, I think, or to play. Play would be, wait, no way, because that would lend itself to reanimation. Yeah, I'm trying to look for that card. But yeah, Scorching Dragonfire also hitting Curiosity at instant speed, very important. I think it is. It is better. Where is that land? It's not this one. Is this? Oh, it's not Pioneer legal. This must be in one of those one of those either commander sets, or maybe this is one of those Marvel other alternate universe things, and this is like Bruce Banner's Gamma Chamber or something. I doubt it. Oh, here it is, Bird Ruin. Card from graveyard to your hand. There is some consideration we could play Buried Ruin just because Cori-Steel Cutter, man, it's just so important. It's literally so important that returning it to our hand, there is, I got my eye on Buried Ruin. I'll probably pick up some copies. There's like probably 3 cents, 3.03 tickets, I mean. Anyway, that being said, it's hard for me to get away from this current sideboard just because we do need an answer to stuff that recurs, including Curiosity, which I actually totally forgot about. Yeah, so this is one more mana than Torch the Tower, but it's just Torch the Tower. The bargain is not reliable, and Scorching Dragonfire just being able to, yeah. Anyway, I like it. I like it a lot. Thanks to Jacob Bortone, Costi Levita, Toby Kramer, Alex Korthauer, Big Babu, Adrian King, Erwin Lopez, Michael Patent. Yeah, I wish I could say more, but it turns out that this is basically the same 75 that we trophied with before. Actually, in a way, I think it was kind of an issue that I trophied so quickly. I pretty much trophied as soon as I played this 75 way back when. But I think I just had a hard time accepting that this was actually the best build. I just kind of stumbled across it. I kept kind of throwing stuff to the fan, hoping something would not spread everywhere. Not that, you know what I mean, something would stick to the ceiling, whatever. Yeah, literally Firebraid Scheme. I just tossed it in here, and I'm like, let's just go all in with the cantrips. And I could not believe, like, was this actually the optimal version? It just felt like this should have been a, Abbott, or this should have been another prowess creature like Emberheart Challenger, or later on I thought, it's got to be Slickshot Show-Off. No, I think Firebraid Scheme, just hitting lands, helping find Cori-Steel. I think this is just the way to go. Actually, right here, right now, let's find out. Let's find out right now what the in-universe version is. I assume that here it is. Heroes Hangout. It's got our pal Miles Morales on it. Is that that's got to be Miles. This art is so weird. This does not look like Miles Morales. But who the freak else could this be? Unless there's another alternate version of Spider-Man that I'm not aware of. I'm out of it. Actually, I'm sure you're all screaming like, yeah, don't you know? There's 7 other different people that are Spider-Man. It's not just Peter Parker and Miles Morales, but those are legitimately the only 2 I'm aware of. Anyway, yeah, cool. I wonder why this doesn't have these little subtitles. Date night, patrol night. I wonder why it doesn't have these. It could have different things, but this one just says choose one, and it just has little bullet points. That's a lot less fun. But anywho, until next time, take care, everybody.